Hi Gemini, this is your June 9th through the 15th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already married or in a relationship. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. If you're celebrating your birthday, my fellow Gemini, I'm a Gemini like you. I already had my birthday, but if you are celebrating this week, then have a blast. Have an amazing celebration and a fantastic year ahead of you. Alright, so this first spread is a new love this week. We have the Page of Pentacles, clarified by the Four of Wands. We have the Devil, clarified by the Six of Cups. We also have the Ace of Swords in the potential outcome. We have the Sun with the Hierophant and the Fool, and we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Aries, or absolutely any zodiac sign. So let's address the elephant in the room. Gemini, let's address the Devil, the third card from the left. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, it's simply that person. The Devil is a Capricorn major arcana card, so maybe it's simply a Capricorn you're dealing with. Alright, the Devil is not necessarily a negative card. If you're not dealing with a Capricorn, the Devil is not necessarily a negative card. Alright, it could it is a card of somebody being toxic. It's a card of temptation. It's a card of attachment. It's a card of overindulging, addictions, and things like that. Yes, that card can definitely be interpreted as such. Alright? However, it doesn't have to be. Again, it could simply be a Capricorn you're dealing with. Right? For others of you, the Devil is a card of maybe somebody you had a crush on in the past. The Devil could be a card of just somebody being irresistible, impossible to resist. Okay? The Six of Cups clarifying the Devil. It could be a card of a soulmate, simply a soulmate card. But the Six of Cups could also be a card of someone or something from the past. And the one thing you need to know about the Six of Cups, we're usually glad to see people from the past when the Six of Cups shows up. Or we're usually glad to go back to where we've been before when the Six of Cups shows up. So the Six of Cups clarifying the Devil, the Six of Cups is a very positive card, right? That's what I'm trying. That's what I was trying. That was the point I was trying to make. Since it's a very positive card, then the Devil, even if you're not dealing with a Capricorn, it's not a bad thing in this case. Okay. We start with the Page of Wands clarified by the Page of Pentacles clarified by the Four of Wands. The Page of Pentacles could be an invitation to go somewhere, right? The Page of Pentacles could be a child. Maybe you are a single parent, maybe they're a single parent, because we also have a couple of kids in the Six of Cups there, right? We also have another child in the Sun card, but perhaps it has something to do with kids for some of you, all right? So the Page of Pentacles could be a child you're dealing with. They have a kid, you have a kid. The Page of Pentacles could be tickets to go somewhere, tickets to a game show, tickets to go to some kind of a family-oriented event, because the Four of Wands clarifying the Page of Pentacles, it is a card of like a celebration, right? It is a card of a family, commitment, marriage, what have you. Some people call it the 1111 card. So maybe you're invited to go back where you grew up, and you're gonna run into your crush from high school or something. This is definitely one of the scenarios, right? Or something among those lines. Something among those lines. We got a couple of aces on the table, the Ace of Swords in the middle, and the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. All right, so the aces are always about new beginnings. The Ace of Wands is a very passionate ace, if you know what I mean. Very passionate ace, also a fire sign indicator. And the Ace of Swords in the middle is a yes. The Ace of Swords could simply be your ace, right? You're a King and the Queen of Swords. All right, and that's your ace. That sword in the Ace of Swords could be your sword, right? This is you becoming crystal clear. This is you saying perhaps yes to this whole thing. It's a card of a new beginning, but it's also a very honest, very straightforward conversation the two of you may have. Okay. for some of you, very, very few of you, when the two of you get this started, maybe they will share with you that in the past they struggled with some kind of an addiction, right? So they'll just have to come forward with it, come forward with this information, and they'll tell you, you know what, I think you need to know. The reason why I don't drink adult beverages is because in the past I struggled with it. So I no longer do this. Maybe that's what this whole thing is about. And you're going to be like, you know what? Not a problem. Not a problem. As long as that issue is addressed, let's get the show on the road. All right? In the potential outcome, every single card in there is a major arcana card. You know, every single one of them. Right? The Sun is a Leo major arcana card. The Hierophant is a Taurus. The Fool is an Aries. But if we put those three cards together, this is definitely a commitment. Yeah, the Hierophant is a card of a commitment. It is a card of something traditional, religious. It is a card of something formal, official, and it is a card of commitment and marriage. Right? The Sun, the first card, is a Leo major arcana card, but it's also a card of clarity, similar to the Ace of Swords, and it's the happiest card in the deck. Out of 78 cards we have in the standard tarot decks, the Sun is the happiest one of them, and the Fool is a card of just going for it. You know, the Fool is a very happy card to me as well, similar to the Sun. All right, looks awesome. Really happy for you, Gemini. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Gemini, this spread is for you. We have the Four of Cups clarified by the Tower. You know, we have the Six of Swords clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. We also have Strength and the Eight of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, you could be dealing with a Leo. We'll also have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe Aries, and Scorpio. This is one interesting reading. If your significant other is a Leo, then Strength right next to the deck, that's them. That's your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you know. Strength is a Leo major arcana card. So perhaps you've got somebody else trying to seduce you, trying to, you know, get you to go out with them. But you're like, no. I've got my boyfriend, girlfriend. I've got my husband and my wife. I'm not going anywhere with you. You know, the Four of Cups clarified by the Tower, maybe that's what's going on. Somebody could be hitting on you, right? And you're like, no. I'm married, or I have a boyfriend, I got a girlfriend. And I'm not going anywhere with you. Okay? For others of you, it's like and I think that's going to be the main story for this reading. It's like you're avoiding some kind of a disaster. You're avoiding it. I don't see you going through a disaster. I see you avoiding it. All right, let me throw in some like real life examples. Say you want to buy a home, you want to buy a house, and you're going to go look around for houses, right? And there's going to be one house that you will really like, and say you're going to hire somebody to come and take a look at the house. So maybe you have a friend or a family member who's like in construction, right? Or maybe they're an electrician or what have you. So you're going to invite this person to look at that house, and they will tell you, you know what, there's a lot of things going on with this house. There's a lot of wrong things. The heater is broken, or the heater is out, and there's mold here, there's this and that. And you're going to be like, oh, I'm so glad I invited you to look at the house, because if I were to buy the house, then I would have had to deal with all these mold, all these broken things, right? And maybe that's what the disaster, it could be the disaster you're avoiding. Okay, with the Four of Cups clarified by the Tower. This is just a lifetime example, but it could be any type of a situation where somebody makes you some kind of an offer, and you're going to be like, no, because your intuition will kick in, right? And you're going to be like, if I do this, if I accept this, if I buy this, it will definitely lead to some kind of a disaster. Okay, you're avoiding a disaster. That's the main idea of this spread. The Six of Swords clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe with those two cards you're buying something else. You're saying no to one thing with the Four of Cups and the Tower, and instead you're moving towards something different. So you're buying something new with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. All right, and Strength again is a Leo card. Strength could also be a card of loyalty for some of you. It's also a card of holding back and not jumping into that disaster. right? Strength is a card of courage for some of you. Okay, the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, it is a card of a lot of communication. It's also a card of travel. For some of you, maybe you are getting ready to go on vacation. Maybe you're getting ready to go on a trip. And you're saying no to one of the options because you will think, it looks attractive, but again, it could become a disaster for whatever reason. And you're choosing another vacation destination with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Gemini, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Wands, clarified by the Ten of Swords. We have the Lovers, clarified by the Nine of Cups. And we have the Devil on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Capricorn. And perhaps even another Gemini. So, you know what it feels like? I'll just tell you how it feels. I can definitely interpret it a couple of different ways, but I'll just tell you what I immediately thought of, right? What I immediately thought of after that Ten of Swords as a clarifier showed up. That Ten of Swords clarifying the King of Wands. I think this King of Wands is going to show back up, all right? And that they will come up with some kind of a strategy to lure you back in. And you're going to be like, nope. Nope. The answer is no. Your tricks no longer work on me. Well, I forget how the saying goes. Fool me once, fool me twice, right? Nope. This person will not fool you again. If they've never fooled you before, they're not even going to be able to fool you now. But, this reading is about somebody coming back. This spread is somebody from the past. So they will try something on you with the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of maybe somebody who's toxic, but at the same time, it's a card of somebody trying to lure you back in, considering this is somebody from your past. All right? And the Four of Cups, the first card that came out, it is a card of a rejection, and the King of Wands themselves is clarified by the Ten of Swords. You're shutting them down. The Ten of Swords is a card of somebody who is being rejected, shut down. It's a card of like an abrupt ending. And I think in this case, this is you rejecting them and shutting them down. Even though with the Devil card, they'll come up with something to try to lure you back in. In the end, we have the Lovers. The Lovers is your major arcana card. That's you, Gemini. It's always a good sign to have your own major arcana card in your own reading. And the Nine of Cups clarifying it is a card of a wish come true and satisfaction. So this is you satisfied that it's playing out the way it is. It could also be your birthday, maybe. Maybe that's why they're showing back up, right? They may use your birthday as an excuse to come back, wish you a happy birthday, and maybe offer you to go somewhere for your birthday, but you're going to be like, no. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Gemini, this week. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and we also have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Cancer, maybe a Sagittarius. This is a victory, Gemini. It really is. We have two victory cards in the tarot deck, and then both of them are here. Both of them are here. The Six of Wands and the Chariot. Two victory cards. Yeah, maybe you're getting a promotion. You could be getting a job. You could be getting a raise. You could be closing a deal. What have you, right? Money is coming in. Get that rake ready to rake it in. Right? Jupiter is changing during this week that this reading is for. Look it up. I'm not big on astrology. I know some, but look it up. Look what happens to Jupiter during this week, during that this reading is for. Right? Speaking of Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it is a Jupiter card. Okay? So, yeah, look it up. Gemini, look it up. Anyway, the Wheel of Fortune could also be a card of travel, right? So it can be the Chariot. The Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune could be travel cards. Again, maybe you're going on a business trip and you're going to kill it. Maybe you're going to go somewhere on a job interview and they will hire you. Perhaps if you're starting a new job, if you like travel, maybe this new job will be associated with you going places, or not necessarily all the time, but you may have to travel for it. But yeah, the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, money. This is as good as it gets with those two cards. You know, when it comes to work, business, and finances, those are the two cards, or some of the cards that you want to see in your readings. Yeah, definitely. The Six of Wands right next to the deck, that's second victory card. It's also a card of like being in the center of attention, being awarded, rewarded, everybody's welcoming you or something like that. Like major, if I were to just sum up this reading, this is like major success. Major success. All right, cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Gemini. We have the Three of Swords clarified by Temperance. We have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. We have Judgment. And we also have the World on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Sagittarius here. All right. So what you're not expecting is this Queen of Pentacles showing back up. This is somebody from your past. And they're going to make you a serious offer. Okay? And then you'll have to decide. All right. So for some of you, it's your ex. All right. In this case, I could be connecting with a male or masculine Gemini. Right. This is your ex coming back. For others of you, the two of you definitely had some kind of a major fallout. No matter what the nature of this connection is, in this scenario, you guys had a major fallout. In scenario number 2, this person is still from your past, but maybe they just broke up with somebody else and they could be coming towards you. Maybe they want to reconnect. Right? So the Three of Swords clarified by Temperance. The Three of Swords is a card of a breakup, broken heart, failure, feeling stabbed in the back, third-party situation. And Temperance, it could be a Sagittarius, you or them were dealing with, or Temperance is simply a card of healing. So they're either, if it's between the two of you, at least you had to heal from this. Maybe both of you had to heal from this. But in scenario number 2, maybe they're healing or just healed from some other failure, some other breakup or divorce, and now they're coming towards you. You know, one of those two. But the moral of the story, the main point of this spread is that you're going to be dealing with this Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles is going to be coming towards you, Gemini. That's the main point. That's what you're not expecting. Them showing back up, right? And to be fair to them, they will have a serious offer for you with that Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it is a serious offer. Okay. The World on the bottom of the deck is a card of an ending. All right, or a start of a new cycle after an ending. And Judgment right next to the deck, it is a card of somebody or something from the past, but at the same time, it's a card of having to make a judgment call. I never clarify Judgment if it's the last card that shows up, because the universe clearly, at least to me, it's clear that the universe wants you to make up your mind, make you this judgment call. All right. So yeah, Gemini, that's what I have for you for this one of your birthday weeks. All right, and if this reading resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Gemini, have an amazing week.